What's up, YouTube? Got another Crappypasta today, another short one. I read a Jeff the Killer uh, creepypasta or Crappypasta. I mean, it's Jeff the Killer, so it's kind of a gray area for me, anyway. It was the first video I did for this channel, and I haven't done any more Jeff the Killer ones. So today we have Jeff the Killer versus the Rake. I was on my way to Harvard University with my girlfriend, Kate. We were driving in the 2012 Mustang my dad bought before he was murdered. You see, I was a farm boy from Kansas. Well, you know what, I guess I should change the accent. Me and my dad would always get scarecrows in the field where he worked most of the year. My brother and I fought about who would set the scarecrow for Halloween that year, 1997, from about half a mile away from the about half a mile away from the farmhouse. I was chosen by Dad to set it up. I carried the shitty little crow through the field to an empty post. I climbed up, and with the scarecrow on my back, and ready to fix the crow onto the post. Just done with one. What the fuck? This is written really weird. And ready to fix the crow onto the post. Just done with one hook. Something pulled from the post into the grass. I went down screaming as that thing ripped the scarecrow apart. I was struggling to get the damn thing off my back as that animal was pulling as hard as it could. I finally slipped the scarecrow, still screaming for my dad. I could hear him yelling for me. I looked back and saw it. Man hunched over with talons in place of fingernails. He appeared to be a starving old man. He looked to be over 100 years old. It charged at me. As I looked into its black sockets for eyes, Dad showed with his sawed-off shotgun, Peacemaker. But it was too fast for him. One of its talons pierced his chest. Pacemaker's bullets pierced the old man's chest. Both fell to the ground, dead. So I thought. When the police arrived, they didn't find the man's body, nor did they find any corpse at the crime scene. All they found was Pacemaker. I don't understand why the shotgun has a name. It's really confusing me. Which the police gave to me, and a sentence. It was a threat left by the old man. Your father killed me. Now I'm gonna kill you. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Which the police gave to me, and a sentence. Oh, okay. It's written really fucking weird. It made me think that they were saying that they gave him the shotgun and then arrested him because the old man wasn't there, so they figured that he must have killed his dad. Okay. Anyway, we decided to stop in Ohio. Oh, that's right. I forgot we're in a fucking Mustang heading towards Harvard right now. Anyway, we decided to stop in Ohio. Overnight at a motel. It was crappy. But we didn't care. We didn't care the clerk smelled like diarrhea and alcohol. We were in love. Immediately, we jumped in bed and started to kiss. We embraced what little time we had at the motel. I have to take a shower. I'll be right back. Oh, she walked into the bathroom. His girlfriend sounds just like him. I fell back on the bed thinking about what we would do together. So I pulled out an innocent-looking box, opened it, and looked at the treasure that I would have presented to her. A beautiful ring, topped off with 2 polished pearls. Marriage would have been the best thing for us. Jeff didn't come along, it would have been different. Somehow, he snuck through the bathroom window. I jumped up from bed when I heard Kate screaming. It was terror. No, it was pain and suffering. I slowly put my ear to the bathroom door and heard, "Go to sleep." I heard the knife plunge into Kate's body several times. That's a really shitty knife sound effect. Whoops. I heard the mirror shatter. The intruder rushed towards the door, punching a hole through it. He kept punching down the door, ripping it apart, trying to reach me. That's when he stopped and looked at me. I saw his face, a crappy-ass expression. The killer had these dark little eyes with large, dark circles around them. He wore this impossibly large smile on his face. Then he continued destroying the door down until there wasn't any more door left to destroy. His eyes flashed down to mine. He slowly walked towards me. I slowly backed up until my back met the wall. The maniac stopped for a few seconds, then leaped on top of me with his knife aimed at my heart. Go to... I had Pacemaker out and aimed at the killer's testicles. I'm gonna blow your balls all over this room. Now get the fuck off me. He listened and got up away from me. Now drop the knife. The evil bastard stood there with his mouth open. Die! 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 He shouted. The killer leaped towards me. I aimed and fired. He had snatched his knife up and flung it towards my head. I deflected it and fired again. He ducked and I missed. Then he tackled me out the first-story window, landing on the pavement. I bruised my heel while he twisted his kneecap. I writhed in pain. Ow! Well, what are you... I looked back up into my first-story room, past the man I know as Jeff the Killer, and saw the old man from 15 years ago. I failed to contain a scream, which woke up the tenant. He came out with a Glock in his drawers and covered with a hotel bathrobe. What the hell is going on here? I'm trying to sleep. Just as soon as he finished ranting, the old man did something impossible. He jumped off the first floor, landed on his feet, looked towards the tenant, and pounced on top of him. I saw the way that thing dug into his flesh. Shots fired. The screaming ceased. Then I remembered the warning. Your father killed me. Now I'm going... Your father killed me. Now I'm gonna kill you. When he was done tearing apart the piece of meat that was the tenant, he faced me. Jeff barked. Arf! I saw him first, you freak. The old man slowly turned to face Jeff. Yeah, I'm talking to you. What are you gonna do about it? The creature charged Jeff in an instant. Started slashing at his chest. Jeff kept swinging his knife at it, but that thing didn't care. It knew he couldn't really it. He knew he couldn't take it. The monster was too fast for Jeff. Hold still. Jeff was getting pissed off. Pissed off. His swings were getting faster, but even the greatest killer makes mistakes. The old man finally got a suspicion hit in and went for a gut blow to Jeff's stomach. That's what a gut blow is. The killer dropped to the ground. Well, hit me. Come on, hit me. I fired Peacemaker at the old man. It instantly dropped to the ground. I couldn't believe it. I finally killed that old bastard. I really did it. I then walked over to Jeff. He had internal bleeding, but it wasn't serious. I kneeled over Jeff. The sick fuck was still smiling at me. Well, you got me, kid. Are you gonna finish me? Nope, I won't. I knocked Jeff out with the butt of Peacemaker. He wouldn't trouble me anymore, but I know who would. To be continued. Oh my god, is there a second part? Oh no, this only has a 4.7 out of 10. Maybe I liked it more because the fucking redneck voice just makes me laugh. Well, I was just saying, it only has a 4.7 out of 10. The other one, the supermarket one had like a 8.7 out of 10. I thought this was good for fucking Jeff the Killer. I mean, it doesn't really have any it doesn't really have an intricate story to it, and it really doesn't go anywhere. But it was funny. I mean, if there's a second part, I want to read the second part to it. I'll have to look for it. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And you can also check out what I do over on Twitch. I've been playing guitar Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Probably Fridays too, if I feel like it. And I put metal guitar metal riffs over on Instagram. You can go check that out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.